Hi everyone and welcome to lesson 31. Let's try to have a little bit longer conversation now. I will have 3 questions with each word. Please answer my questions. Thank you. Reach. What goals are you currently trying to reach in your life? How do you feel when you reach a significant milestone? What strategies do you use to reach out to new people or opportunities? Security, secure. What makes you feel secure in your personal life? How important is job security to you when considering a new position? What measures do you take to ensure your online security? Expert. What topic do you consider yourself an expert in? Have you ever consulted an expert for advice? What was the situation? Do you think it's possible to become an expert in something without formal education? Inflation. How do you think inflation affects everyday life? Have you noticed any changes in prices due to inflation recently? What steps can individuals take to protect their finances from inflation? Minister, or in America, secretary. Who's your favorite government minister or secretary and why? How do you think a minister or secretary impacts their respective department? If you could meet any minister or secretary, who would it be? And what would you ask them? Forest. Have you ever spent time in a forest? What was your experience like? What do you think are the benefits of preserving forests? Do you prefer hiking in the forest or another type of landscape? Danger, dangerous. What's the most dangerous situation you've ever been in? Do you think some people are naturally drawn to danger? How do you assess whether an activity is too dangerous to try? Advertise. What's the most effective way to advertise a new product in your opinion? Have you ever been influenced to buy something because it was well advertised? How do you feel about celebrities being used to advertise products? Branch. What branch of knowledge or science interests you the most? How do you decide which branch of a company to deal with for specific services? Have you ever climbed a tree and sat on a branch? How was the experience? Million. What would you do if you suddenly received $1 million? How do you think having 1 million followers on social media would change your life? Do you believe $1 million is still considered a lot of money today? Spelling. Do you think spelling is still important in the age of spell check? What's the hardest word for you to spell correctly? Have you ever participated in a spelling bee? How did it go? Measurement. How do you measure success in your personal life? Do you think standardized tests are an accurate measure of intelligence? What tools do you use for precise measurements in your projects? Explanation. How do you ensure your explanations are clear and understandable? What's the best explanation you've ever received that made a complex topic simple? Do you prefer detailed explanations or brief summaries? Keyboard. Do you prefer using a physical keyboard or a touchscreen one? How fast can you type on a keyboard? Have you ever customized your keyboard layout? Why or why not? Likeable. What traits do you find most likable in others? How do you handle situations where you don't like someone but need to work with them? Is it important to you to be liked by others, or do you focus more on being yourself? Seizure. Have you ever seized an opportunity that changed your life? How do you react when you see someone seizing the moment in a high-pressure situation? What's your opinion on the government's ability to seize property? Designer. Do you have a favorite designer or design style? What's the most creative design project you've ever worked on? How important do you think design is in everyday objects? Musician. What kind of music do you listen to the most and why? Do you play any musical instruments or have you ever wanted to be a musician? How does music influence your mood or productivity? Spray. Do you prefer using spray deodorant or do you like another type? Have you ever created art using spray paint? How did it turn out? What's your favorite scent in a spray form, such as perfume or air freshener? May. Do you have any special plans for the month of May? How do you usually celebrate May holidays like May Day or Memorial Day? What's your favorite memory from a past May? Welcome. How do you usually welcome guests into your home? Have you ever felt unwelcome in a new place? How did you handle it? What makes you feel welcome when you visit someone else's home? Month. What's your favorite month of the year and why? How do you stay organized with your monthly plans and goals? What significant events or holidays do you look forward to each month? Decrease. Have you noticed a decrease in anything significant in your life recently? What strategies do you use to decrease stress? How do you feel about the decrease in face-to-face interactions due to technology? Call. When was the last time you made an important phone call? Do you prefer to call or text when communicating with friends and family? Have you ever received a call that completely changed your life? New, newly. What's the most exciting new thing you've tried recently? How do you feel about starting a new job or moving to a new place? Have you met any newly arrived neighbors or colleagues? Ought to, oughtn't to. You can also read it like oughta. What's something you think people ought to do more often? Is there something you believe people oughtn't to do, even though it's common? How do you decide what you ought to focus on each day? Partner, partnership. What qualities do you value most in a partner, whether in business or life? Have you ever been in a successful partnership? What made it work? How do you handle conflicts in a partnership? Social, asocial. Do you consider yourself more social or asocial? How do you navigate social situations where you feel out of place? Excite, exciting, excited. What upcoming event or activity excites you the most? What's the most exciting thing you've done in the past year? How do you keep yourself excited about long-term goals? Government. What's your opinion on the current government's policies? How do you think the government could better serve the people? Have you ever participated in government or civic activities? Thank you for your answers and see you next time. Bye-bye.